Hey, buddy, it's Invicta. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Sunday, Mosh Pit. We are here on the final Sunday of the year, 2024. Thank you all very much for the support. I know that everyone is absolutely amped for Wednesday's Six or Die Challenge. It still remains Six or Die Challenge, but until it happens, I'm going to keep on monitoring those older videos from Repentance Plus around the launch time, because that is the closest time that we got to 10,000 likes up to this point so far. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Dead Kitty 00. Title thread on this Invicta subreddit was Golden Mama Mega with a little heart emoji. Then in the thread they said, I've made a picture because this episode was just so amazing. I love it. Best wishes from Germany. Thank you very much, Dead Kitty. We just got ourselves a Golden Mama Mega, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody likes my... Some people say it's Dave Chappelle. Some people say it's Lil Jon. It's supposed to be Lil Jon, but, you know, I am a big Dave Chappelle fan, so there's probably a little bit of Dave in there somewhere. Wow, we have a lot of HPs. Six Foxtrot, Whiskey Bravo, Hotel Juliet, Hotel Charlie. Oh, my gosh, this tears rate, though. Tears rate and shot speed are just oof. Big time oof. I'm going to put... we do have the Ventricle Razor as well. Man, our movement speed's so bad, too. There's a lot of room for improvement here. But Ventricle Razor is going to give us a sort of like a portal gun. We can get in and out of a floor and out of a room that we don't want to be into. And essentially what I like to do is I like to drop it at the very beginning of a floor when I get there. That way we can immediately go back to the beginning in case we do go the wrong way, which is obviously inevitable. Or in this case, we could go into the sacrifice room in case we find some hearts, so we can get right back there and just play the sacrifice room without having to really worry too much. I don't like Zodiac. The reason why I don't like Zodiac is mainly because I just do not like the randomness of it. It gives you Taurus at inopportune moments. It really has to do with Taurus, to be honest. But Libra can also sometimes be a little bit of a pain. Libra right now would be great, though. You might be wondering, why is this worth doing even if I can't hit those coins? Well, I'll have to show you what we call a pro strategy here, brother. Oh yeah, you can still get the coins if you kiss the corners. Now I could also place a bomb down here to get these last two probably, but it's not worth the bomb. Never give up, never surrender. That's our MO right here. And we walked into the side of that one. So yeah, this is going to be right now it's a... Is this a pills taking opportunity? Yes. I think that we our everything is bad enough to where pills may be an option for us. Maybe. But we'll see. I'm hoping... Ooh, Hollow Heart's nice. I'm hoping that we get PhD or something like that in the shop to help ease that that pain. There is a pill in here, but there's also Mom's Key. Mom's Key is going to be vital in helping us. All right, so another neat thing that we could do... Whoa, Steven went the wrong way on that. Another neat thing that we could do with the Ventricle Razor is we could go into the curse room, put the exit down there, and then only get out without having to pay full price for it. I think that's a very common use of it. Little Steven, you were lucky that we only have one bomb, because I would have absolutely blasted you. Both of you. As always, we're pretty much guaranteed to get hit, especially with these movements, with this movement speed, thanks to the death rattle of Little Steven and Big Steven. You don't really want to let them get too close once they start getting whittled down, because they will do a multi-directional mega shot. Dude, these physics, dude. Yeah, that right there. So, and they do go through, there's no protection from them. They will go through rocks and stuff, so you just have to basically keep moving. Don't get yourself trapped. There we go. We get Steven. Wow. We get the actual damage upgrade, so that's a big-time play right there. Okay, so now we're going to go into the curse room, because that's Soul Heart's shot, let's be honest. I mean, I did say that it's desperate times. It's still the end, okay. It didn't hurt us, didn't help us. We get Steven. And now we can get out for half price. Now the thing is that we don't have really any HP to replenish here. You have a Temperance Machine. I mean, an early payout for Blood Bag would be amazing. I don't really feel comfortable going below this. So... And I think we're going to have to ultimately end up using our bomb on the donation machine, which is fine. That's what it's there for anyway. But Super Secret Room is to the south of the of that long room, I think. And we'll be able to find out in a moment because we are going to get Mom's key, which gives us keys. And about to buy a bomb, and we might as well just buy this too. We'll get a bomb back, okay? So we have 2 bombs now, and Mom's key, which is good. Super Secret Room is where I thought it would be, and we get more bombs. Good. I mean, we could, if we really wanted to play the Bomb Beggar, we could play that, but it's not going to be enough to matter. And by enough to matter, I mean enough to matter for playing the Sack Room. Now, we did get a Bone Heart here thanks to Hollow Heart, which is very, very helpful. As that's going to give us, it's essentially a Maggie's Faith, but for Bone Hearts. So every time we go down to a new floor, we will give ourselves we'll get ourselves a Bone Heart. I do like Dr. Remote here. It's just better overall than the Ventricle Razor, even though the Ventricle Razor can sometimes help you out. Ultimately, it's not something that we're going to be using to, like, say, keep safe. Yes, we can use it to avoid some damage, and yes, we can avoid it. We can use it to get out of boss rush, something like that. But we are that sort of situation, that sort of scenario that we're currently in. It's more of a what helps us out now. The immediacy of need is what I like to call it here. We absolutely need to get something that can help us, if not get stats, then kill stuff to keep us safer. Ventricle Razor versus Doctor's Remote does not do that. Doctor's Remote at least keeps us safer because we can kill things. I wouldn't mind getting a Red Heart, but preserving that Soul Heart would be pretty nice. Now, that's not to say if we get a massive stat upgrade here and there, we may go back for Ventricle Razor, but right now I sincerely doubt it. I don't want to go into the boss fight yet because I want to get this. Ideally, we can get a Red Heart to fill this Bone Heart, then get a full Soul Heart instead of a not Soul Heart. Yeah, there's a heart in here, so I'm gonna pick that up. We're essentially paying 3 cents for a heart, for a Soul Heart here, and lucky too because there was no combat in this room. Really? It's got to be here then. Okay, well, I mean, the black rune, we can at least use it for the item pedestal in the item room. Learning how to diagonally dodge like that is essential in Isaac. You have to be able to do that. If you can control your dodging and go in between spikes and that sort of stuff, then you can dodge anything in the game. And we get a damage upgrade and luck upgrade. Would have preferred a movement speed or tears upgrade, but hey, more damage is fine. More damage is never a bad thing. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a full charge for the boss on the Doctor's Remote, but maybe we'll get lucky in the Super Secret Room if we can find it. There it is. And Eternal Heart, I will take that. So, okay. We didn't get a full charge, but that's okay. We have enough damage to take down early game bosses here, even the annoying ones like Baby Plum. I would have been happier if we could just insta-dunk her, but... Oh my god. Yep. Got our prerequisite, always get hit by Baby Plum out of the way. The other thing I'm really noticing now is, on top of us having terrible shot speed, our range is absolute doo-doo. We have a lot... That's why I said... We have a long way to go here and I just manifested that into existence, but we have a long way to go in this run. We'll take Purgatory, obviously, for helping with damage. The Guppy's Hairball, just so we can get ourselves a Guppy transformation start anyway. Okay. So things are... we still need help. All right, we got an HP upgrade, and also got a second HP upgrade thanks to Hollow Heart, and we can just kiss that one goodbye because we do not have the movement speed to get through this. It's really not even about movement speed; it's about tears rate. Yep, there it goes. Like I said, we get the single HP upgrade, courtesy of the Eternal Heart. Makes you small. Yeah, the heart's unfortunately too little, too late. Mom's Key paying out for us here, thankfully. We're going to have to lean really heavily into Purgatory as well. There we go. Come on, Purgatory. Come on now. Show the people why you deserve the term and title of Pog. Show them the meaning of Pog. Purgatory is going to summon these ghosts that will explode and deal damage around it. They don't. Purgatory in of itself does not deal a whole lot of damage, but it's basically widely renowned for its defensive capabilities, which cancel out most enemy shots and projectiles. Yes, it does deal. It deals good damage, but it's nothing crazy. It's nothing barn burning. You know, it's nothing you can write home about. These old-timey country sayings, are they doing anything for you? No? Okay. I'll try my best. Unfortunately, Purgatory cannot trigger entrance into a secret room like this. But we can always try. We only have one bomb. It's not worth using a key here for. Now, I want to make doubly sure that we have a full charge on Doctor's Remote when we're ready to go for the boss. And car battery ain't bad, y'all. $0.02 and we're happy. Okay, we got an extra bomb. This allows me to at least take a stab at getting these few extra cents here on the Keeper. And if that doesn't work, then we are going to be forced to having to go into the mob trap room to open up this steel chest. And let's see what this yields for us. Right, yeah. We actually use a Doctor's Remote in here for free, essentially, because we're going to get this charge back by the time we're done. Fortunately, we didn't hit anything with it, but, you know. C'est la vie. Again, I'm just making doubly sure that we're going to have a full charge here. This tears rate, unless if we get something crazy with a tear effect, this tears rate is going to be mega scary for us. And I mean, that's not even talking about our movement speed and shot speed. Like we've got a long way to go here. It's going to be a painful start. All right, so car battery is going to give us 2 Predator missiles we can fire. Luckily, it's going to be red Carrion Queen, or I'm just full of it, I guess. Thought for sure that would produce two missiles, like a 2020 shot, but apparently not. So at least we got red Carrion Queen. She's a little bit of the more dangerous one, just because of the multi shots that the hearts do, but at the same time, she's also one of the easier ones because you don't have to worry about hitting her. You just simply hit the hearts, and that will cause her to take damage. Purgatory's gonna have a field day with this one. It only didn't take us 10 years and a country mile to just get across the screen there with our movement speed. We are going to finally get a tiers upgrade, so all right, we're on the up and up here. The tiers rate has been helped, but not corrected yet. Still at 3.09, which is it's a light correction, but not a total correction here. We need to get to around the 4 to 5 area. We need to feel good about it. Movement speed is the next big area of concern. 0.85 is extremely dangerous and very slow. Dodges have to be on point at this speed. I say speed very loosely, by the way. Let's not call it speed. Let's call it movement rate. Because that's what it is right now. It's not speed. Anything but. I faked out. I thought you were going to raise your hat. There we go. Let's go into the next big room here. I like to save my big active charges for rooms like this just to make it a little bit easier on us. I think we only got one up there. Knowing how to count shots, you just eventually get a feel for how much HP a mob has left, and you really don't have to guess. And it's important in rooms like these, especially when you're dealing with mobs that have death rattles. It can potentially harm you if you're too close, or if you don't have enough movement speed like us. Okay, we found the shop. I'm not going to go into the shop. We don't have enough money to make it worth it. Never mind, just kidding. And it's going to be a greed fight, who immediately blasted us while I was trying to get Purgatory so we could cancel out any shots to avoid getting blasted. Alright, so there's greed fight number 1. So I haven't found the item room yet. I have a feeling the game is going to force me to go through the big room. See, this is what we don't need here, is a room full of Globins. Now, thankfully, Purgatory saved us, but that was only by the good grace of us having a path right through Purgatory while we were trying to run past the pursuing Globins. Unfortunately, we've already lost our Bone Heart, so these hearts mean nothing unless we can get like a Temperance Machine or something. But you're seeing how absolutely crippled our movement speed and our defense is, thanks to the lack of movement speed. How crippled, not our movement speed, obviously, but I meant our defenses. Mobility is everything in the game. If you can't move, if you can't dodge damage, you're going to die quickly in Isaac. So anything that negatively impacts your movement speed is very, very, very. It should be treated as a very high priority. I don't know why I left it off with a very, very, very on there. The stream of consciousness is foggy, to say the least, today. So I need to find ourselves the item room, if we can manage to do that. Oh, wow. I'm actually surprised it's over here. I was expecting us to have to go through the big room. What was that schmoove and a half there? Nancy bombs, which is fine. We needed bombs. But again, these are items that do not help us with stats. The only thing we've gotten help with that we really needed help with was Binky. Steven obviously is a damage upgrade, so that's a pass on that. Gonna wait for Peep to jump the first time, and then we're gonna let loose the Doctor's Remote. Got some good damage there. Purgatory canceling out the projectiles. Fortunately, doesn't do anything about Peeper's Eye, but he tried to catch me lacking down here. Got a tiers upgrade here. Shot speed down. Our shot speed really can hardly get any lower. And now we have the shovel. Shovel is a guaranteed crawl space, which could lead to other better things. So I am going to take the shovel over the Doctor's Remote. Doctor's Remote did a great job. We get our second Guppy item here. And before we go to the next floor, I think it's worthy for us to look for a piece of artwork on the ground that we can use to get a crawl space, right? Yeah. Okay. We do get a black market, and it is not good. Wow, that is a terrible, terrible black market. I mean, the only thing even worth using would be the soul converter, but even then, that is not a good store at all. You could argue blue candle, but I think that we need something better. And I still like the idea of us having crawl spaces. Okay, so our tears rate has been improving. Still not over 4 yet. And again, I'm not saying how bad our movement speed is, or tears rate, or anything like that, lack thereof. I'm not consistently saying this to complain about stuff. People like to misconstrue a lot of what I say as complaining. It's something that we proved in a few episodes ago, talking about those first floor plays. It is very important to identify and also vocalize to yourself, whether it be in your head or out loud. Either way, to be able to identify the problems that you're facing in a run. You can do that without complaining about it. This part here in particular, we have to know that, hey, we got to remind ourselves, our movement speed is not good. We are not going to be able to be as mobile as I would like. And doing so, you're actively helping yourself unconsciously remember that, hey, I can't take this angle at this speed. I cannot try to make this dodge on this particular room. I can't get away from a brimstone shot like I thought I would, because I'm sitting here monologuing instead of playing the game. All that stuff is designed to make you sort of conditioned to understand, hey, this is what we need. This is what we're hoping for. What can we do? What can we do right now to remedy the situation? What can we look for? Do we need to take pills? Do we need to look for the goat hoof? Do we need to do this? Do we need to do that? All that stuff keeps you focused instead of freaking out that you're not able to move too fast, and then you ultimately crash out and burn because you go on tilt. It is annoying that people do misconstrue that as complaining a lot. This would give us a lot of shot speed, and my reflection is a very good damage upgrade. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a bad room. Again, my reflection, it helps us out, but it does not solve the main issue right now, which is going to be our lack of mobility. And as you see here, we're getting lit up to the tune of many soul hearts because of the lack of our movement speed here. But I gotta say, us sticking with the shovel allowed us to get at least a little bit of a solution, right? We got a little bit of a patch to the massive hole that is missing here in what we need in this run, in the form of my reflection, because we got shot speed and range, which is two things that we desperately needed as well, but not as desperate as us needing movement speed. If you keep your mind focused, everything else will come into play. It's the same level of discipline that you would need for a new workout regimen, a diet, you know, trying to accomplish like a video game achievement, or just studying in school. Like all that stuff is very, very important. And you may think that I'm an old fuddy-duddy for even saying that, but I promise you it's the truth. I wouldn't lie to you. Keeping your mind focused is one of the best things you can do in anything, especially something like Isaac, where it is so difficult that you have to understand and recognize how to overcome those really bad spots that you're in. Nice little soul heart here. Game Breaking Bug is Game Breaking Bad, but we're going to take it anyway. Oh, he said the name of the show. Oh. I like how Breaking Bad has now, it's old enough to now have gotten a cult following. It's like a classic car, you know. Any car that's over 25 years old is now considered a classic. legally as a classic. I feel like that's how Breaking Bad has gone now. But I mean, it will and does, and deservedly so, should go down as one of the best series in all time on TV. That's not. Try this again here, game. We just need one guppy item for the Gupster. That is not it, and that is Brimstone. But the problem is that Brimstone sucks with my reflection. But this does remove the need for shot speed. Wouldn't mind getting Gimpy either, but I am going to take Brimstone here. Now, the reason why Brimstone sucks is that right there. You got to fire in the opposite direction of where you're firing. It's very cumbersome, very annoying, but it's still an improvement over what we had, and especially now. So you gotta kind of work out the kinks in your brain to say, hey, don't fire. Like essentially, all my firing controls are reversed now. And we get shot speed. Ace of Diamonds, we can hold on to that. We're not in a good spot, everybody. This is, again, we are getting clipped by these shots left and right, and we need to find something better than what we've got right now. I'll take the stars card. Let's go back into that long room that we haven't been into up there yet, and let's see if we can turn some enemies into gold here. One of the biggest problems that we're facing right now, other than the aforementioned movement speed, yada, 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 is the fact that we cannot and have not been able to preserve and protect our bone hearts that we've been getting from Hollow Heart. That's where the sauce has been lost. Didn't actually mean to go in this door, but here we are. And that's another major reason for concern here, is not being able to protect our HP that we are getting. The very few amount, the very little amount of HP that we are actually receiving from things. That would have been a much better use of our Ace of Diamonds there. Turn the key into a key. It's great. There you go. Right there is the reason why we take Brimstone. Secret room's going to be here. And we might as well just finish off the floor at this point. Okay. Now we're not done yet. Fortune Telling Machine has a huge chance here. All right, let's find ourselves a red heart. We need to get this bone heart filled. Chocolate milk is just going to be a great brimstone upgrade for us. Now we can fire the Mega Brim. Talked about this a couple episodes ago. I'm not using the stars card yet because I'm anticipating us hopefully getting out of a challenge room with it. The gulp trinket. Okay, we actually need to get rid of the bone heart now in order for us to get the 3 soul hearts from the bedroom here. Reason being is because we want the 3 soul hearts. We don't want one singular red heart. We want 3 soul hearts here. At this point, we just need to give up on ever getting speed in this run. It's not going to happen, I have a feeling. So, let's readjust our expectations here and adjust our strategy. So, if we run under the assumption that we're not going to have any more speed upgrades, we've come to that decision, okay? Then what we need to do is we need to say, okay, we know that we're not going to get faster, so let's acclimate and try to work around the fact that we know that we're probably not going to get any help there. And instead, let's utilize a little bit more cautious angles. Let's utilize a little bit more cautious strategies going into the room. We want to make sure that we're using our infinite range of brimstone to our advantage and not the other way around. We don't need to get close to it. We don't have proptosis. No reason to be getting close. It's all about adapting. Try to use Purgatory the best we can to see if we can help out. We can get some help with defense. We've not been to the shop yet. Reverse Chariot card doesn't really help us here, but nice to have, I suppose. Hangman's kind of whatever. So many hosts. Okay, that is the most amount of hosts that I think I've ever seen out of any room. Again, utilizing our unlimited range here, just we gotta protect what we got. For you. Another reverse Chariot card. Now we have an interesting situation here with an easy peasy mom kill. Literally a insta dunk on mom. But I don't think that it's worth taking over the shovel. The shovel at this point has proven to be very valuable. And if anything, we can skip an entire floor to get out of like not having to do anything. With this, again, with the lack of movement speed, we have to just prepare for the inevitable. And if it means skipping floors to bypass stuff, I think it's a good decision. But we're not there yet. Polaroid, no question about it. We'll head on down. And curse the XL. I'm very tempted to just go straight to Shoal, but I'm not going to do that. I think that kind of cheapens the experience. Someone once asked me, "Do I feel?" It was in a comment. I think it was a comment anyway. It may have been on Twitch, but I'm pretty sure it was a comment. If I'm ever in a hard situation on a run, I mean, this will help us out. Sharp Straw. At least it gives us a chance to get a red heart for our bone heart. Somebody once asked me, you know, if I find myself in a really bad situation on a run, on a particular run, how would I feel about ending the run early by simply going to the opposite of what I have? Like, if I don't have the negative, going to Shoal anyway, so it ends on Stanley. To that, I say, if people want to do that, that's fine. Apparently, there's other content creators who do that. I don't really care what they do. For me personally, I don't think that's you're not finishing a run to completion. I think that a run ends on either Blue Baby or the Lamb. Now, obviously, if you want to include Alt Path in that, then you can also include the You can also include Delirium, Beast, or Mother. But in my personal opinion, once you have everything unlocked, that is where that's where the run properly ends. It's one of those bosses that I named, one of the end bosses. I think that doing anything other than that is kind of a cop-out. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Isaac is a game to where you can have differing opinions on many, many, many different parts of the game on how you get from point A to point B. But like I said, it's just my humble opinion. I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out. Now, we have done that before accidentally because I'm an idiot. And that will happen occasionally as well. There's also times where you don't do it deliberately, where you get screwed by the I Am Error room, which has also happened more often than not. And to those situations, obviously, there's nothing you can do about that. But deliberately going into the opposite direction of which Polaroid or which negative that you chose, whichever one you made, I think that to avoid, you know, just to end the run early or whatever. I don't like the idea. Wow, I just realized that if we have chocolate milk fully charged with brimstone and use sharp straw, we're getting the full mega blast damage. So we're getting a very highly increased amount of damage from sharp straw than normally, which we will find out when we go the right way, because right now we have not. Again, no shade to anybody who does that. Play the game how you want. I'll play the game how I want. I ain't gonna hate you for it. This is enough damage to take down most basic mobs. I can already tell we are probably not going to get Guppy on this run. If we do get Guppy on this floor, though, we could potentially go use those reroll machines. Got a Healy champion in here. Okay, so metal plate is a soul heart. I will take. There we go. Regular old HP upgrade. The fully charged brimstone before we go into the next room. I shot the wrong way. It's hard to deprogram your brain going from one direction to the other when you're trying to fire something reverse. And of course, we don't get a double deal. Well, there's no reason for us to go back then, because I wanted to go back and have flying for the chance to use those reroll machines. But we're making it. We are slowly but surely making it here in this run. And it's, you know, it's just like we said, just like we assumed, just like we planned at this point. We knew that we were not going to get a movement speed upgrade. And we can expect that kind of stuff to happen right there. So I've been using our range more instead of trying to get up too close and personal to mobs, especially with my Reflection Brimstone. And that has ultimately kept us safe and allowed us to accrue this amount of HP. It is a conscious decision to want to get better and play better in a game. It's up to you. You don't have to go that serious. Some people think that it's dumb to even think about Isaac like that. And like I said, it's fine. People can think about Isaac and play how they want. I really don't care. I'm just trying to let you know how I feel about the way that I do things in Isaac. If you want to get better at the game, this is how my brain works. I got to relay myself constant information. I'm consistently hating blorbs here. Also, these dead ends are a pain. Sharp Straw, by the way, will deal AoE damage to everything in the room. And I thought that was one of our blue spiders. I swear to God. It will deal AoE damage to everything in the room. It will also scale off of their HP, so you'll always guaranteed take 10% of any given mob's HP whenever you use Sharp Straw. On top of that, it will also take your base damage and add it towards that damage as well. So it's 10% plus Isaac's base damage on everything in the room. And if that wasn't good enough, it also allows you to have a very high chance of getting a red, half red heart. So for anyone who's using a red HP based build, this is like a golden opportunity for you to thrive. Which is also the name of our title track from our first album. I guess it wouldn't be a title track. I mean, we did make it a title track, but the album was called Fracture the Fault Line. And also our most popular song. I think Thrive is number 1. Path to Morning is number 2. And then from there, it gets a little muddy. A lot of people like Ash of Gods. A lot of people really like Chaos State. There's lots of our songs that people just really dig. And I appreciate all the support. That includes those of you who are on Patreon. All the money from Patreon goes directly into paying for band stuff. All right, we finally made it on this labyrinth of a cathedral here. I cannot believe we didn't see a single movement speed upgrade here. Expected, but not wanted. Important for us to keep using Sharp Straw. Look at that. We were able to bypass phase 2 entirely. There we go. Curse the Unknown. Oof. Man, oh man. But, you know, whenever we get runs like this, it's important to recognize that we can still win these type of runs. It's just you got to go through a lot of stages. Recognizing where you're lacking, recognizing where you could get some possibilities for increasing the odds of succeeding. Making sure that you're getting the items that you want to take and not the ones you're forced to take. It's a little bit too early there. Gotta say, Chocolate Milk Brimstone is definitely doing gangbusters for us right now. We need to fill that bone heart. But all that being said, this run is not over yet. If you think that we're safe, we are not. We can very easily get tuned up in any room, especially given the fact that we don't have the Polaroid invincibility on our hand, and also apparently because we can't find the right way to go in any map at all. I'm definitely ready for December to be over. I'm ready for the new year. I'm ready for a new era of Isaac. The month of December, we're going out on a very weird bang. Still a bang, but you're not sure if it's a good bang or not. At least I'm not sure anyway. What was that, game? Okay. Okay, and that is a full-on dead end. All right. let's go over to the actual side of the map now that we've been to the 3 wrong directions we could have possibly gone to. How does he do it? Here goes the Boneheart. Like a nature documentary. Like I said, we're not safe here. You think that this run is dusted and over with, you'd be wrong. I don't think the secret room's there. Need little sad bombs. All right, there's the entire map, everyone. For those of you playing along at home, make sure you just go to the northeast side of the map because that's all the direction you need. No 9 lives. That was pretty much our last chance for a guppy item. Trying to utilize everything that we can here to minimize the amount of projectiles that Loki can fire at us. I mean, we know we're going to have to go through here, so just get it over with. Okay, we got one of them. All right, I have no idea how much HP we have or don't have. Purgatory's going to help cut down on projectiles. Whew. There we go. I'm just curious to see. I'm going to give myself Black Candle here. I'm curious to see how much HP we actually had. Oh, we had way more than... Okay, we had way more HP than I thought, so... Either way, thank you for watching, everyone. That was quite the journey there, but... If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the whole idea about keeping yourself mentally focused. You want to stay in charge of your emotions when you're getting in a bad Isaac run, or really just any situation. But let me know in the comments down below. Of course, click the like button. And as always, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Welcome all new members, by the way, to the Mosh Pit. I really appreciate everyone signing up. We're going to be working on new emotes exclusively for YouTube as well. So when we do finally start streaming once again, once per week in January of 2025 here on YouTube, you guys and gals will have exclusive emotes, not just ones shared by Twitch, but exclusive ones to you all. So thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for the support. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Jade Fright, Seven Kingdoms, and Dimble Wimble. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.